You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there.
Have you ever felt trapped? As if your days were a constant repetition? An endless loop you can't escape? You wake up, work, consume, sleep, and the next day, the cycle repeats. What if I told you this isn't a coincidence? What if this repetition, this constant sense of deja vu, is actually the manifestation of a code? The code of your own reality. Welcome to the Matrix Decoder Project. Here, our mission is to unveil the hidden patterns, the invisible structures that govern our existence. And today I offer you a choice that could change the way you see the world and yourself. In the movie, Neo had to choose between the blue pill and the red pill. The blue to remain in ignorance, and the red to see the truth. Think about your daily life. Every action, every reaction, every recurring thought. Aren't they like lines of code? Instructions that execute over and over again, creating the reality you experience. These instructions are your habits. Most of us live within a personal matrix, woven with the invisible threads of our routines. We move by inertia without truly understanding why we do what we do, unaware of how these internal programs are shaping us. This matrix, it's an internal construction. It's the sum of your patterns, your automatic decisions, your pre-established reactions. And while we are not conscious of this code, we will remain mere executors of a program we haven't written. But what if you could see this code? Imagine being able to identify the loops that hold you back, the patterns that limit you, and also those that propel you forward. For those ready to take the red pill, for those who yearn to see beyond the surface of their routine, we have designed the Habit Loop Decoder. This Notion template is your personal data console. It's where the code of your life is stored, organized, and prepared for analysis. It's not just a simple to-do list, but a dynamic system that allows you to map your habits, identify their triggers and rewards, and most importantly, understand their impact on your reality. Your habits are the most fundamental data of your existence. They are the source code of your daily life. And if you learn to read that code, to analyze it, to understand its dependencies and its results, then and only then can you begin to rewrite it. To get the Habit Loop Decoder, you can search for our Notion template creator profile. Here you will find the template. The link is right down in the description for you. So click on Get Template, sign up, and log into your Notion. And now you just have to duplicate it to your own workspace. Here, we are looking right now at the habits board view, where you might pin your habits and have an overview of all of them. These habits have been studied all over the internet by experienced people. Feel free to read more about them by clicking on each. We also have a board on Pinterest where we save some pins about biohacking. Please consider doing your own research. I just want to say that any of these habits could definitely change the way you behave, your energy levels, and the way you experience life. Habits create the framework within which we operate, even without conscious thought, and define how we spend our time and energy, the currency of existence. Alright, so habits are actions that repeat every single day. There's good habits and bad habits. Now I want to show you how to add a new habit. Click New, add a title. Let's type Get Up Before Dawn. Select an icon. Let's find the alarm. And Auto cover picture. Finally, add anything you consider valuable here. This is a document. You can put research, notes, experiences, whatever it is related to this habit. Click on Reposition to adjust the cover image in the board. One goal is to create an ideal routine for you, to also get rid of the bad habits, and to take the best out of you every single day. With the habit loop decoder, every entry you make is not just a record, it's a crucial piece of information. Once you have the data organized, the real work begins, the analysis. You will achieve an immense feeling of clarity once you start unraveling the daily routine algorithm. Now go to the Daily Habits Progress view. Here you will find the checklist every day. Let's customize it. So let's adjust the properties. Click on the three dots in the top right corner and select Properties. Click on the first property. Let's rename it. Let's type Get Up Before Down. Depending on the total amount of properties you want in the checklist, duplicate these checkbox properties to add more, or just delete the properties. They will remain as deleted here until you delete them forever. If you delete or add a new property, you must go into the progress formula and add all of these checkbox properties here using plus and that to number. At the end of the formula, make sure this number matches the total number of habits, the total checkboxes. Now, if you click on New, it will create a new entry. But how to get the checklist to create every single day in automatic? Using recurrent templates. Click on the blue toggle button right corner, create a new template, or just duplicate one. These are document templates for this specific database only. Set the date property as today. Then click on the three dots here, click on repeat. Then choose when you want this template to repeat, either daily or weekly. I recommend you to stick with one template to repeat every day, but you can also create multiple templates for every day of the week. You can also check some properties to automate the checking process. Don't set two or more templates to repeat on the same day because this will cause overlapping. Now, with all of this data, you are able to choose how to visualize it. This is the weekly habits progression, a calendar displaying the checklists per week. This is the monthly habits progression, a chart displaying the daily progress from a month ago to now. This is the habit progression history, a list of your daily habit records over time. Once you get used to check these habits every day, you will start noticing patterns over time. There are hidden anomalies on the code. Be aware of the fact that deleting any property or editing the progress formula while you're using this database as your main active database will alter the oldest data from the database. These changes are irreversible, so if you have changed any habit and no longer need one of the checkbox properties, you may want to make these changes on a new database and start again in order to preserve the habit records. To switch between your active and new database, do this. rename the database, and add its date range at the end. You can move this database inside another page by clicking on the three dots and selecting Move To, and then choose the page you want to use as a folder to store these databases. Now click on the three dots next to the active database page and select Duplicate Without Content. This is a new database you can use to start fresh and clean again. It does have the same properties as the old one, so you must repeat this tutorial to set up the checklist again. Don't forget to turn off the recurrent templates for the inactive databases. Just go back to the database, click on Repeat, and turn it off. I'm glad this tutorial helped you. I promise you I will make a whole video talking about biohacking and how these biohacking habits relate to energy and how energy shapes the way you live, think, and act. With more energy, you will also have more creative energy. If you have bad habits, you feel low, depressed all the time, you might have some energy issues. I promise I will make a video on biohacking and I will talk more about these topics in the future. This was the Matrix Decoder project on the Habit Loop Decoder. I know this is going to help you and provide you some value to your life. You take the blue pill or you take the red pill. The choice is yours.